difference. I did the hood, and this is a panel that was not done. First step, it's a more aggressive, cuts more, takes more material off the clear coat. So yesterday, for my first time ever, yeah, I gotta admit, I actually polished and buffed the car and put wax on it. I'm absolutely no expert. It's my first time ever. I researched the YouTube to see how it's done, and I said I'll do one panel after the other because the weather, it can't be in the sun, and there was rain and stuff like that. So I just started with the hood, and this is the day after. Obviously, it's dirty because the tree over here drops these little disgusting pieces, right? And they sit on the trunk and they get everything dirty. But just want to show you the difference. I did the hood, and this is a panel that was not done. So it was a huge difference. Look how nice and shiny this is, and look how dull this is. It made a huge difference between the two. And I gotta tell you, I didn't know how it was gonna work out. I never done it. And they scare you on the internet with all kinds of, yeah, you gotta use this and that and this and then this compound and that compound. You know what? It's not that complicated at all. I'll show you what I did when I do the next panel. I'll do each, it's quite a while. It took me like 2 hours to do the hood, the front, but it's not that bad. I'll do maybe today or tomorrow this side, and then I'll complete the whole truck. Boy, you can actually see reflection, which before it was like, it was so dull. Just, you can see now, there's absolutely completely matte. It's so rough. So I'll show you what I got on the continuation of this video. I got a cheap system from Amazon and 2 compounds, which also is like, you literally, I've seen a video that you only need 1 compound. These 2, it might be scary, might look scary, but just try it once and you see, oh man, what a difference. Obviously, I'm not going to do this every day or but just to get the truck up, because it hasn't been touched in 15 years. I just did it, bring it to as close as possible to original state. Look how shiny you can see. Look how shiny the front is. I put a ceramic coating on there, ceramic wash, so it gives it some good resistance to hold for, with the elements, especially with that tree up there. So you'll see very soon. So it's 2 days later. Today I'm going to continue. I've done already the hood. Now I'm going to do the side panels and the doors. And the bed itself, I'm going to leave for a different time. Got good weather, not too hot. First thing is I actually washed the car because, again, in 2 days, the disgusting leaves and nuts, whatever it is, they fall on the truck, and they, with the wet to get together with the rain, they dirty everything up. So wash with soap, and I'm going to rinse it, let it dry, and then I'm going to start the process. You'll see me soon. Oh yeah, and don't mind my shirt. It's a shirt from India. My very good friend Moshe, Arjuna Moshe, hand sewed. Made this shirt by himself, and it's actually from a sari material, and he designed it. A man of the big world. I see a lot of places. I hope you don't mind. And what was I doing in India? Well, if you're new to the channel, you don't know, check back a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I was at the Himalayas in India. On a motorcycle, and I toured for like 2 weeks, the highest peaks in the Himalayas, close to 18,000 feet. So I'm riding for like 4 hours. Look at my face, look how dirty it is.
This tunnel is open, thankfully. The previous one was closed, and that gave us a detour of about an hour.
Amazing view. The nicest room.
If you were wondering how they maintain the roads, it's just like that. It's my highest pass that I've ever been. 17,482.
busy. That was an awesome night.
Hey, tomorrow hopefully we'll get there. Pills like for altitude sickness pills. Yeah. Oh my god.
So let me try to make a little bit, sense into what it's all about. Some will call it polishing, some will call it compounding, some will call it finishing. It pretty much is two stages that you can do. One is that you go with a harder, stiffer foam with a harder, more aggressive compound, and that actually takes more material off the clear coat. It cuts through the clear coat and moves away swirls and cuts and scratches and stuff like that. Once you got that all even and uniform, then you can switch over to a less aggressive, softer sponge, softer pad with a less aggressive compound or a finishing chemical material. So over here with McGuire that I'm using the first step. They call it ultra cut compound, which, like I said, is the first step. It's a more aggressive, cuts more, takes more material off the clear coat, off the surface. If there's scratches and paint and dirt, that would do the big job. And then once it's dry and you buff up all the material that's left, you go to a softer, less aggressive finishing compound, a polish they call it. It's the same thing, same concept. I actually seen videos out there, people using just one finishing polish, and that it's simply going to take a little bit more time. It's going to be less aggressive, but it can be done as well. Different pads. You hear the nuts? I think it's falling from the tree and hitting my truck. So I'm not going to go into the very specific details of how it's done. There's so many videos out there showing exactly how it's done, all the steps. I'm just showing you what I'm doing and run a fast forward. So you see, I'm going to work on this side first, finish it up, then move on to the next panel. Notice that wherever I go, the trucks, the noise comes with me, like either it's the gardeners or the garbage collecting unit, whatever. That's all I use, and I start working. You shouldn't worry too much about hitting the headlights or the trim, because first of all, I'm changing the headlights, and I'm gonna finish the trim again in back to black. You'll see very soon. Now for the parts that are really tight and obviously need a smaller diameter buffer or whatever, grind or whatever that thing is called. I'm not going to bother buying one. I'm simply going to hand rub this compound and do a little bit, manually. That also can be done, yeah. I'm going to go by the knobs, by the door handle. See, actually did remove some of the tight spots that are close to the trim and the buffer, the sander, whatever we call it. Did take some of that a little bit under the mirror where I was unable to get with the machine. I think once it's dry, I'm going to buff everything with a dry towel. Get all the aggressive compound off. Dry, clean towel to get all the material off, so I can go for the next stage for the less aggressive, the finishing polish. Does look a little bit shinier, more shiny than before. How do you see that? You see as before it was dull, completely dull. Okay, it's dry. I buffed it off all the material that was there, and now I'm going to swap to the less aggressive pad. It's the yellow one in my case. Just squish it and see yourself. Different colors, different companies make them. Less aggressive. It's called Ultra Finishing Polish. This is already the polish, and you can see there's a little scale over there on your left that shows how aggressive it is. So it's like very close to non-aggressive, very light. That's what's going to do the finishing touch. Once that is done, I'm going to wash the car with alcohol. Yeah, alcohol to get all imperfections, dirt, if there's any material left, whatever. Let that dry, and then I'll put ceramic coating spray that I have. That would serve like as a wax. That gives it the protective film, UV protective, and the bird shit and the tree shit protection for the clear coat for everything I've just done. So I'm working about an hour and a half, and I'm sweating. Well, that's why it's Florida, and it's 80 degrees out, and it's October. That's why I wore my funny shirt. It's so light. Anyway, I finished everything. I'm gonna now clear up, buff up the light compound, the light polishing, and then I'll clean it up with alcohol, and then I'll spray the ceramic coating. Now the alcohol. Hope I'm not messing it up. That's what I saw on YouTube. Somebody using alcohol just to clean up all the, if there are any, material still left, liquid, or some, wax or oil or whatever. This kind of alcohol that you buy at the store, Just alcohol. For the final touch, the ceramic spray coating. This is what seals and closes everything, all the polishing that we've done, all the new shine that we got, the cleanliness, the new touch of paint that is popping out. This is what locks it in, closes it in. And because it's ceramic coating as well, that's what wax does. But because this is also ceramic, it has some protective qualities to it. So it actually protects against water, rust, any of the elements. They don't stick to the clear coat. So it's like, well, that's what ceramic coating is all about. It gives a much longer protective quality or lifetime or lifespans. That's what I'm using instead of wax. This performs just like wax, a little better even. Spray it on evenly. There you have it. As easy as that. It's simple. It's just time consuming, but I don't have kids at home anymore. I saved myself some detailing, which would be hundreds of dollars. All I did is waste like 16 hours of my time, which I have tons of. 16 hours total of the car. Next time I show you the truck, it's going to be after it's fully done, because I think you get the point, right? Try and show you how much of a difference the polish and the procedure I just did. Look at the front door, which was done. Look at the back door. Can you see that? Can you see the difference? The back door, the front door. Back door and front door. I want you to see from here. What a difference. Look at the difference between the two doors. Well, it's the little things. It's the little things that make it all the difference, right? These look pretty archaic and old-fashioned, make it look dated. On Amazon, so let me pick that up. I just picked it up. Not a big deal. I think $10, $15. Gives the truck such a nice look. Let me show you. I'm getting a new stereo system. It's on the way. Should be getting the next few days. So see these little knobs, it's the little details that will make it look a little bit more modern. Pull these out, and apparently they look also at night, they look they lit up. So there you go. There you go. Huh? Simple. Oh. This whole thing came out. Oh shit, let me turn the camera off first. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Last one. So, what do you say, huh? Now the car doesn't look 2011, the truck doesn't look 2011, it looks like easily 2013. Look at that. Let me show you something really cool. Can't get focus. No, it's not chemtrails. And here he is, back again on the ground. We beat him.